This message is for Black women and Black women only. Answer this question. So statistics show that only 26% of Black women will marry in their lifetime from any race. 26% of Black women will marry in their lifetime. My question is, why do you guys think that is? Why do we have such low marital rates? And I'm not talking about Black women marrying Black men. I'm talking about men of all race wanting or desiring to marry a Black woman. Why are we so undesired when it comes to marriage? Now, I know there's percentage who don't want to be married, right? But there's a large percent of women, Black women, who want to be married. But again, why is that the case? Why is that? I think if we start to really sit down and think about why statistics are what they are not there for just for just any reason, right? There's reasons behind it, and I think that there's a plethora of reasons, and from my opinion, of why I believe that those statistics are what they are and why we are the lowest. This message is for Black women and Black women only. Answer this question. So statistics show.
So yeah, I mean, we do have conversations before about the black women in the United States, they're the least to get married, or least to get married, and divorce section and everything. And like here, we're gonna kind of discuss it again because we hear, like I said, I talked about earlier, how also out you travel to other countries and everything, and you see there's a difference between Black women and how Africans, Asians, Latinas, Afro Latinos, how they born and raised into how they treat their men, how they fit friendly, and here in America is just like it's the complete opposite and everything. And look at it looks like it's getting worse and worse. So Hakeem, man, what's your take about the main topic we're talking about?
So I want a lot of us to be careful. First off, when people come on the internet and say certain things, because we need to fact check what she's saying. And I could say my opinion, and I wanted, if it's going to be warranted, to say this. I think that there's nuances in every race where people get married, people don't get married. There's some type of stuff. We just have a situation just like everybody else. Depending on our traumatic background, that could play a part. But as I get older and I start to date and see things from my opinion, my anecdotal experience, I see that it's all about choices. There's a large number of Black men who are not married. There's a large number of Black men who don't have kids, who want to get married. Even though the population of Black women is higher than us, and we're specifically talking about Black Americans, that's who they specific. They're not talking about Black Caribbeans who are in the States, Black Africans who are in the States. You know what I mean? Because there's a bunch of different sector of people here who still get married within their own cultural groups. She was referring Black Americans. 85% of Black men still marry Black women. Now, if she say 26%, I wonder, the women who are not getting married, is it poor choices? Is it the lack of opportunity to meet a good man? Or is it it could be a number of things, you know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, I agree. I can, being married for going on almost 40 years, being in a relationship for 13 years, and also being in a family that, I'll say majority of my people in my family are married and everything. There are always a set of people who are married or, who don't, or who are not married, who don't want to get married. It could take time. People get married in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s, 60s, whatever, and so on, general one thing. But with our our Black women, there's some might not be raised to be marriage minded until, and maybe they wait until their 20s and 30s and say, hey, or in their 40s, okay, I'm ready to get married and everything. Because if you go to, you said it before I came, and I see this too, and you see this constantly. You see other races who go to college, and the first thing after they get graduated, white, Asians, there's some black people, some black men and women. And if they go to like HBCUs, after they go to college, they get married quickly. Or if you're in the army, there's benefits of getting married while you're in the army as well too. So if you go to the Army, Navy, Air Force, and everything, you see a lot of young people that get married because they're beneficial and everything. But I feel like, maybe we're not, black women or some men too, we're not educated enough on how beneficial marriage is when it comes to, finances, building a family and passing on to the different generation and everything. I don't think we really have the info of, it's like, how beneficial it is, for our community to have a stable marriages and everything, because you go back 40, 50, 60, 70 years, black, the black family, we was a higher grade of people to get married, that was back, in the Jim Crow era and everything, but also that we had to, sit together. And I feel like after, the Jim Crow ended, as of today and everything, I feel like in our generation, we have more options to think about our ideal partner, who we want to marry to and everything, I could say maybe 10, 20, 30 years ago, we didn't think about, he needs to be this, he needs to be that, or she needs to be this, she needs to be that. As long as you look good, you brush your teeth, you smell good, that was okay. You know what I'm saying? Now, here in 2024, we have the internet. It's like we have so many options of what we want and the type of person, and the person don't have this type of trait, we say, oh no, I don't hate it. And I feel like what really hurts the most, I might be wrong, is when we use when we use your signs and everything. I feel like in our generation we use a lot of signs. It's like, oh, you're a Leo, I can't mess with Leos, or you're a Scorpio or Aries, or I don't mess with people like that. But I think it's like, that person know what type of sign he is, but the thing is, it's like if you mess with a type of sign, there might be some good traits or bad traits, and you might see the bad traits, you kind of know what's kind of going to happen in a way. But some people can manage that as well. But the thing is like if they date somebody and they date this type of sign and they didn't like that sign, they think, if they ever meet somebody that type of sign or Leo again, it's like, oh no. All Leos are the same, or all Aries are the same, or all Capricorns are the same and everything. And I feel like something like that, it kind of hurts your choices to find the right mate and everything. Because, like I said, when I was with my wife, I wasn't thinking about what her sign was. That was the last thing I'm thinking about. I don't know how you are, Ken. When you date somebody, do you ever think about what sign she is?
Nope. That's the least of my worries.
Can you hear me, I can?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Am I out?
You,
Oh, shoot.
can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
I think you there?
Whoa.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
We have some technical difficulties. He'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I think I was spacing out, but go ahead. I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, I never worried about a zodiac signs. I think those things are nonsense. I think it's based on character. But you just hit it on the head. Black people are so fixated on nuances instead of actual things that are important in a relationship. Are you family oriented? Can you cook? Are you this? Are you that? You know what I mean? We don't talk about these things. Most of the time, things that we like about people are superficial. Very superficial. When we get older, that's when it's right. And that's why I say we got to understand what we want. And if you don't have marriage, you can't build a community. You could pretend that you could be a single person and you could be this and that. You could do all that. All that is hogwash.
And the thing that's true, and then when we be in these spaces,